Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and today here we have an unboxing of the Canon Rebel T5i. I do apologize for this being blurry, but I just want to go over some quick tech specs of this camera. We have an 18 megapixel CMOS sensor, we have ISO all the way up to 12,800, we shoot 5 frames a second, a 9-point cross-type autofocus. We have hybrid CMOS autofocus for shooting video. This camera does shoot 1080p 30 frames a second video. We have a 3-inch 3:2 contrast ratio full LCD camera that pivots 180 degrees so that you can do that selfie picture or video. And then we have Pict Bridge. Now this camera is compatible with Windows 8, 7, XP, Vista, and Mac OS X. Okay, let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. So you see here we have some tabs that we just simply pull off. Open the contents of the box. Here we have some documentation, just some rebate forms and whatnot. Here we have a solutions disk that is essentially just drivers and stuff like that. You just put this to the side. Here we have the manual. This is the Canon Rebel T5i, otherwise known in the rest of the world as the EOS 700D. Now you can read this manual or you can find it online. Online usually has a much more up-to-date version. Now let's actually look at the contents of this box. Pull it back. We have a strap for your camera. We have part 1 of the power adapter. This plugs into a power brick. We have a data transfer cable. It looks to be a mini USB for those of you that are curious. This is the lens of the Canon T5i. Has a 18 to 55 millimeter lens, a STM lens, which is stop turn motor, a aperture of 3.5 to 5.6, it's built-in emerald stabilization. As you can see, it's a pretty small lens, nothing too fancy, but it works. You can turn it like this. You have autofocus, manual focus. You have stabilizer on or off for when you want to stabilize your shots or your video. Now with the STM, the advantage for this is that you are able to silently move the lens when it autofocuses when you're taking a video, which is much important, and I hope you all will see that in the videos that I shoot in the future, because this will be the camera that I will be using. Let's take a look at the rest of the box. Here we have the Canon adapter for the power brick, and as you can see right here, that's where that outlet cord will go. And then here we have the battery. I believe this is a 1100 milliamp hour battery, so you should get plenty of usage out of this. To put that in perspective, that is about 70%, 60% of the iPhone 5S battery. And now let's take a look at the main star of the show. This is the Canon T5i. Take off that packaging. We'll slide it out. As you can see here, the front, we have a cover over the lens. And here we can pop it off. This will be the camera where you take the picture button. You see here the EOS Rebel T5i. Have a lens strap. Here we have two media ports, a micro USB and a mini HDMI. And for those of you that will use this camera to take video, as I do, you have a built-in microphone port and a headphone jack so that you can monitor your audio. And the cool thing about this camera is that it overrides, a microphone audio overrides the system audio. See here we have menu info buttons. Here we have the video record button. This is just your viewfinder. Here is that screen I was talking about that flips out 180 degrees, so you can go like that. And this is what I meant by you take those selfies, you know, just click, click. Over here we just have more basic camera functions, and then up here we have all of the functions of the camera. I'll try and get that in focus. We have a ISO controller, a on-off switch with a separate video controller, and this whole wheel compared to the Canon T3i rotates 360 degrees. And then up here we have a external flash adapter mount, and then the flash pops out of the front up top here. Over here on this side of the camera, we have an SD card slot which supports cards up to 64 or 128 gigabyte capacity, and on the bottom here we have your standard tripod mount and your battery compartment.